Yo.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys? Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in three, two, 1.
On the troll.
It was never gone. Hello and welcome to Nthanzi. We're back again. And Emily, I would first like to greet our subscribers, community, Nthanzi Nation, and say hello. And it's been a while. We know that it's been a while indeed. But we definitely are going to produce what is within the boundaries of what we need to produce. Thank you again for subscribing as you continue to subscribe if you haven't, and thank you for liking the video. We thank you for that. And I'm sure you are wondering why Emily's picture is so tiny, but it's because we are reacting to one of the videos that, for me, seemingly tells a narrative of the story that was never told by the mainstream media. The channel that we got this video from is American. Give the name.
Transformation Live.
Transformation Live.
YouTube.
Yes, here on YouTube. Go check it out, guys. It's a good channel if you understand Zulu.
Yes.
It's a very good channel that tells you about things that you would probably not know about in general. What you face if you're in jail and all that. The man narrating the story is a very good storyteller.
He's a very good storyteller.
And thank you again from him.
His name is MC Menzisto.
Yes, thank you from MC Menzisto. The guy is a very, very cool guy. And I called him, Emily, to ask for permission to use this video. It was a very good conversation. And if we can all be at his level, thank you. Thank you again. Yeah. Please go subscribe if you understand the language. It's a good channel to be at. I'm also a subscriber there. Go check it out.
Me too. I've subscribed with my personal account. I love listening to the stories that he tells. You get to see a full picture of what's happening, especially there in the jail system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let us hear what he has to say. So because it's Zulu, we created subtitles for you to actually follow with subtitles. Because here we're going to summarize even if we try to narrate it for you. But the subtitles should be able to lead you to getting the full story
of what actually is happening. And yes, Mr. Anonymous, you're right about mainstream media not covering the other side per se. I mean, we remember all reading the statements from Titi Tobani while he was still representing accused 1 and 2, accused 1 to 4, and he read every single one of them stories and narrated them of how they got arrested, what happened, events leading up to the arrest, and what is actually wrong with how they got arrested. And it seems like nobody cares and nobody wants to listen, but we'll see in the future as the trial continues how this side of the story will be treated.
So this is a story of someone who's from the same area as them, MC Menzisto, even closer to some of the brothers, older brothers, as he would attest himself. This is what he would be telling us and how these people got arrested. Just bear with us as we start from the beginning of the story. We are going to take everything and we're going to pause where we need to have sort of a commentary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ngike ngabhala ngosizi lwemndeni yabasolwa laba ababoshelwe icala lika Senzo Meyiwa. A lot of people have been saying kuthini uPaul kwami kuleli icala. Mina ngiunderstand ukusebenza kwenkantolo namabhadi nje ahambisana nokuthi umuntu ongalenzanga icala azagcina sayithole seyinkantolo kanje. So ngiyakwazi lokho. Ngeke ngadibana nakho kakhulu insizwa ebesinazo ezinye ngaphakathi. Ezahamba amacala zakhathala zaze zaba udaka zagcina igwetshiwe ezinye zagcina engagwetshwanga zagcina iphumile. Kodwa nje zawahamba amacala zingawenzanga zinjalo. Kunensizwa lezi eyiboshelwe icala lameyo ngabhala ngazo ukuthi ishwa lazo linzima kakhulu ngeke ulufanise neshwa nje elijwayelekile. ngoba lezi insizwa zabaneshwa ezalapha ngakithi kwaNongoma lezi insizwa lapha endaweni yasoSuthu ngoba kukhona nje khona insizwa ekuthiwa Bongani Nthanzi ebizwa ngoMafika ngiyayazi leyo nsizwa empeleni ngazi abafana bakubuwayo bese kuba khona uMuzi Sibiya naye wakhona lapha yasoSuthu esigodini okuthiwa
Emily, Muzi Sibiya is the fifth one.
Muzi Sibiya is the first accused.
First accused, yeah, the first
number
accused.
one.
Yes. Okay.
Shumayeleni ngasehlabathini kube khona umnumzana Mthobi Maphisa wakhona naye uSuthu noNkantuli naye wakhona kwaNongoma uSuthu izo zonke izizwe lezi zaboshwa ziboshelwe icala kaSenzo Meyiwa okubuhlungu ngeke ngakhuluma nemindeni yakhona ngifuna ukuzwa isimo nanokuthi leli bhadi elingaka nje lokuthi kuze kugcine kubopheke lezi insizwa ngaleli cala elikhulu kangaka kwakwenze njani bangichazela ke ngiyakhumbula ukuthi lapha kwaSibiya ngakhuluma nentokazi ethi baba kuMuzi Sibiya ichaza impela ngakhuluma nabantu abaningana bechaza ngokuthi bona ukuthi zabopheka kanjani lezi insizwa uma bechaza uBongani Nthanzi lokuyena lokho ekhonjwa okuyena belokho ekhonjwa ukuthi uyena wadubula uyena wayirasta.
So the thing is with Bongani Nthanzi and the thing of the dreadlocks, I thought I was the only one who had heard in the beginning that they kind of put the dreadlocks on him as well. So to hear him narrate him as a dreadlock
Guy.
suspect.
Yeah.
And then you see with the sketch that I tried to show there, they said that is accused number 2, and you can see in the sketch there's dreadlocks.
And what we are hearing, what we're going to be hearing, if we haven't, is that from what he's narrating, it seems like he never had any threats in his lifetime. Because they
No.
tried to find something similar to that, linking to that. They looked for pictures when he was young. No threats.
Let's further listen.
I mean uyena wayephethe isibhamu uyena wadubula uyena wangena endlini waye kade esekhaya besebenza emayini le Rustenburg esebenza nje emayini ehlumgodi kwase kuthi ngelanga ngomhla ka26 October 2014 ngalezo nsuku yena wayesekhaya kushaya umhla ka26 October nje wayesekhaya uBongani Nthanzi ezo wayekade ezombese ekhweni lakhe ezoganwa futhi ngalezo nsuku lokhu uMuzi Sibiya uhlala eFoslorus yena eFoslorus lapha ehostela eBasuthwini nokuyila ukugcwele khona insizwa zaseSuthu.
Now, this is the same hostel that sort of created the whole story. If you remember, this is the one, I think, where it was assumed they ran to.
Yes, that he created on the documentary, the narration of it all about how even the phone
Yes, was found in the same hostel.
yes traced there. And it's very interesting that now he mentioned that the hostel, it's for Sotho people. Kyabasotho, Tletsi Basotho, meaning that there's a lot of Sotho people who stay in that hostel. So now it kind of also takes us back to the courtroom where one of the witnesses was on Zulu Sotho.
Yeah. So now that sort of creates that narrative, because I mean the name of the hostel is Basotho Hostel, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, in Foslorus.
I'm not sure, but basically, then that sort of gives you an idea why Zulu Sotho type of a thing that dragged
was
for
always
long.
Came up in the court to determine whether was it really Sotho speaking person or a Zulu speaking person. That's why that was so important to the defense attorneys, because it looks like Muzi.
The story was mostly driven to that side. If anything, it was sounding more driven to that side. And I'm not saying it was driven because it was wrong. It's allegedly.
Until everything can be confirmed.
Yes.
For now, it's alleged.
Ngo-2014 noMuzi Sibiya wayekade esemakhaya. Ngo-2014 ngesikhathi kwenzeka icala isigameko sikaSenzo Meyiwa. Kusho ukuthi uMuzi Sibiya kunelinye icala oke waba nalo khona lapha ya empeleni oke walenza. I mean kunesigameko esake senzeka lapha ya eFoslorus kwadubuleka intombazane angazi babe bangani nayo. Wayesebaleke siyohlala emakhaya kodwa ubaba wakhe ayishonanga le ntombazane. Kodwa ubaba wakhe wakwazi ukuba bakaMuzi Sibiya wakwazi ukuxoxisana nomndeni wakubuka intombazane bahlawula kwaxoshela kwathelelwa namanzi. uMuzi Sibiya wayesethu ukuzoba ngasekhaya uyazi nawe bakhona into eyenzile esilungwini yabaleke ngasemakhaya. Wathi mayibuyele emuva nje uMuzi Sibiya eFoslorus wafika wabanjwa thathwa ngamaphoyisa. Ngithi
They are not holding him for the incident.
No.
It was a different. So the incident is that there had been a case of him actually being involved with a woman where a woman was allegedly shot, but the woman did not pass away. And there was some sort of forgiveness that happened between the families of a woman and Muzi Sibiya. And because of that incident, then therefore Muzi Sibiya moved back a bit home to just relax a bit and calm down after this whole incident. Then when he went back to start life again, then he was caught.
Yes, then by Mbamba they caught him, and yeah, that's where the story began.
Yes. Beku 2020. Uthe mayiboshwa uMuzi Sibiya. Umebuzwa ukuthi angithi vele amaphoyisa mayikubopha umsolwa ekubophela icala la izolo azokubuza ukuthi izolo ubukuphi bese uchaza. Thanga malenzeke kuthanga icala azokubuza amaphoyisa kuthanga ubukuphi. Bese uyachaza. Mayichaza uMuzi Sibiya angithi wayekade esemakhaya ngesikhathi kudutshulwa Senzo Meyiwa. Usethi ke yena mina ngangisemakhaya ngo-2014 ngesikhathi kwenzeka icala kaSenzo Meyiwa. Icala kaSenzo Meyiwa ke akudingi ukuthi uzucabanga ukuthi kanti uSenzo Meyiwa wadutshulwa nini ngoba everyone is aware of that. So wathi mayibuzwa lensizwa yakwa uMuzi Sibiya yathi mina ngangisekhaya ngesikhathi kudutshulwa uSenzo Meyiwa. Ngangihlezi noBongani Ntantsi. Asuka amaphoyisa ahamba naye uMuzi Sibiya abopha uBongani Ntantsi. Igama nje kaBongani Ntantsi lavela kanjalo. Athi amaphoyisa mina bengisekhaya I mean kwathi uMuzi mina bengisekhaya nginoBongani Ntantsi. Waboshwa kanjalo uBongani Ntantsi. Lo namhlanje osekhonjwa kuthiwa uye wayephethe isibhamu uye wangena endlini nani waboshwa kanjalo. Wayeselifi
maybe people should get that or even give more commentary on that to say that Bongani Ntantsi, the link of Muzi Sibiya and Bongani Ntantsi, those are people who know each other. So while Bongani Ntantsi was at home, because he said when Senzo was shot, that was his first mistake, because this was something of the public already. And when you are told that you are being arrested for Senzo's case, then you say when Senzo was shot, I was at home. Then they used that to say that. Basically, I would assume, what do you know about Senzo? Why are you saying you're at home and all that? It becomes a hoo-ha, as one of the witnesses would say.
And they would arrest he got arrested in 2020.
Yes.
After coming back, after having ran away to the villages in Nongoma. And then he comes back after the Batelela Namanzi, they forgave each other. And he comes back hoping to start afresh. Then he gets arrested. And then as he's getting arrested, the police are asking him, where were you the night Senzo Meyiwa was shot? And that's the mistake right there that he made.
It's not even a
Senzo.
mistake. He answered freely because it was an information that was, if you're linking me to that case, by the way, I was at home. And it was not a mistake because it's a public thing. It's in television, it's everywhere. It's not a mistake. It is something that if really, as they would say in Zulu, that is when this whole thing started. And what is interesting is now the person who becomes the main person for this case, which is Bongani.
Yes.
The only mistake that Sibiya made was to say, I was with Bongani at home. And then they went to fetch Bongani. Just like that.
Just like that.
Let us go. Face Bongani. Now, today, that Bongani who's
Is
the
the
person
one
was
being
carrying
pointed
the...
at.
Yes.
And the interesting thing about this Nthanzi is the one who was more eligible to get bail. The one who didn't have past criminal
Record.
record.
Yes.
Wala noma inkantolo eseveza iliphu eveza emaphoyiseni ama-bank statement esho ukuthi ngaleli langa mina ngangikhipha imali kwaNongoma. Ngaleli langa ngangikwaNongoma ngenza ukuthi nokuthi na ama-bank statement. Njengoba ngichaza ukuthi ngangiselifina ngihlala ngisho Fisokuhle ngihlala le emsebenzini eRustenburg. Kuthe uma eseboshe umuzi base gcina sekubopheka ke noMaphisa nale gang yakwaNtuli ngenxa ukuthi enye ingosibali lapha kwaMuzi Sibiya. Yabona amaphoyisa mayebopha mina. Abanye abantu abazogcina bebopheka igenge engijwayele ukuhamba nayo. Ngoba eceleni nje amaphoyisa azobuza eceleni kwabanye ukuthi lo mjida lo ujwayele ukuhamba nobani bese kuthiwa ujwayele ukuhamba nosibani bantu ababophe nabo babopheka kanjalo nalabo abanye. Umuzi Sibiya nje lo okuthiwa wayirasta akasuka naye amaphoyisa eFoslolazi ezala kwaNongoma afika lapha kwaSibiya apequlula amaphoyisa apequlula yonke into lapha kubuka kaMuzi Sibiya efuna ithombe kaMuzi Sibiya la kayirasta khona angithi kwakuthiwa irasta kwathiwa omunye uyirasta ebufakazini kusho emkhondweni amaphoyisa athola uMuzi Sibiya ayisethi kwase kuthiwa uye lo beyirasta kusho ukuthi seligundile. Ngicabanga ukuthi bebeke abantu bebezwa ama-interviews oKelly Khumalo laba nje babesendlini ngesikhathi kufu Senzo Meyiwa besho ukuthi no, the other one was with the threats and all that. Amaphoyisa afika ubami apequlula yonke into avula ngisho ithombe aphenqa ngisho album efuna nje isithombe la khona uMuzi Sibiya irasta khona. Futhi kube uMuzi Sibiya wake walenza irasta phambili ngoba likhona lelo bhadeli njalo lokuthi amaphoyisa ethe fuka ngakithi etafuna umfana ompofu oneshetheli nje. Kuvele kutholakale mina ngiyimpofu nginalo leli shetheli nje kodwa ngibe ngingazi lutho ngesigama kuyenzeka into enjalo. uMuzi Sibiya agcina ngatholanga lutho amaphoyisa ukuthi ithomba ayibona ithombe zakhe esakhula esafunda esaqala ukusebenza eseyijongo angalithola isithombe esiyirasta abuyela naye emuva kodwa ahamba naye still ambopha.
So that is to say, they didn't find anything that linked with threats or whatsoever. Which is a story that is driven like Muzi Sibiya had threats. And at some point we were even confused to say maybe he had threats before. Now we are getting that he never had threats.
They searched and searched and searched and flipped everything.
They
in
didn't
his
find
home.
even the album
Even the photo albums from the time he was in high school.
until he started working.
They didn't
There was
find
nothing.
a
And then the
picture.
arrest of the other ones, just to say to add, because it was said there, it is just because some of them, they are dating Muzi Sibiya's sister,
Abosbali.
Obosbar, and they go together most of the time. Therefore,
It means they did it together,
yes.
allegedly. And then with the part about the bank statement where they were speaking on Bongani Nthanzi that he actually showed the police the bank statement. And now in court, those statements, Advocate Ramasipel has asked that they be subpoenaed by the NPA. And we are yet to find out if they will be brought to the court or not.
Yes.
Because it's quite interesting that the police actually saw those statements.
Mm.
And he was saying, I was at Nongoma and I was getting married.
And the statements are becoming an ally.
I see some people are like, no, the statements don't qualify. I remember getting such comments.
Yes.
They're like, the statements don't mean anything. He could have simply done the crime and went back.
John.
But how?
John, let us.
It's a very long distance.
Make this thing make sense, because people don't understand. I'm from KZN. Let me tell you, I mean, to go to KZN, it's about 5 to 6 hours. Drive, you know. For you to withdraw, and I would like to believe, it's my own belief, that these withdrawals were made during the day.
Yes.
So you have to measure time, which in my own opinion is around 6, when this incident could have happened. So if really you were doing your research, I don't think if someone withdrew money at 2, 1, at 6, you would be in Joburg. Because that's 2, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5 hours. That means that person was flying.
And it's also troubling to see that the people that were with him on that day are not taken as alibis. You know, when it comes to other people, when they say they have alibis, those alibis are taken. But when it comes specifically to that family,
no, they're not interested
it's not
in that.
even. It's like you all are doing anything and everything to protect. So we won't take your alibi, even though there was a whole wedding happening.
Exactly. That means you could have
Many.
our weddings in Africa, in South Africa, in KZN. It's not 10 people. It's a lot.
So people would know that there was that wedding and whether the groom was there or not.
Or even if it was not wedding, Wembesa in a case. Remember, so it's more like something that you don't go with your family. It's the whole village that goes with you as their child also.
That whole village as alibis, it doesn't count.
Exactly.
That is very worrying.
Because I haven't had the prosecutor including saying that we're going to have people from KZN as alibis.
I haven't heard it either, and it's troubling me that we're just going to disregard, because his family even did an interview at some point saying that is what was happening and it's not being taken. I don't understand why. I don't get it, but hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Kwake nje ngiyakhumbula ngelinye ilanga ukuthi kwake afika amaphoyisa azothatha o-anti bakho umuzi Sibiya khona la eFoslorus. Yabo lento kuba no-anti abayizingane abalingana nawe abangamantombazana. Bafike bathathwa nabo bawushawa ngamaphoyisa kuthiwa bachaza ukuthi imali ababeyidla ebusuku yayikhokho ubani umuzi uthi wayithathe ngoba amaphoyisa ayithi leyo mali umuzi akakhokhelwe ngayo ilaba abebemthumela ukuthi abulala uSenzo Meyiwa. Kwasho ukuthi namantombazana wazilutho njoba naye umuzi ayingazi lutho nje. Wagcina eboshwe kanjalo ke umuzi Sibiya. So uyabona nje khona abanye enkantolo uma lokhu bekhonjwa kuthiwa nangu wayerasta nangu wangena ephethe isibhamu nenkantolo imnqabela ibail uBongani Nthanzi. Khona abanye iyenzeka leyo nto. Khona abanye asebeshoyo ukuthi cha impela yibo laba babulala uSenzo Meyiwa. Uyabona bakhona asebesho njalo einkundla ezokuxhumana bathi ayi ngeke laba bantu amaphoyisa sengabasukela ngapi angabasukela ayasukelana amaphoyisa asukela amaphoyisa akubamba uboshwe icala ungazange ulenze kuyenzeka lokho futhi in most of the cases uma icala ungalazi accuse nje ngento ongayazi nje ungcono into oyaziyo ngoba uyakwazi ukuphika usukunakho emqondweni ukuthi mabethi ngizothi mabebuza ukuthi ngizothi uma usuku ungayazi into blank nje awukwazi ukuyiphika. Yabana kusizi olwenzeke emndenini njengamanje yalezi insizwa eziboshelwe icala laSenzo Meyiwa 1 wazona isezwani njoba zingabandawo nje njoba iboshiwe nje nenhliziyo igcina isincane omunye uthi yazi njalo ngaba ngiboshiwe mina uwe owangibophisayo omunye uthi uwe wangibophisayo sekunengxabano esithanda kubanzima phakathi kwazo kangaka ukuthi ngisho sengadedelwa manje sekukhona uhubhano ongase kube khona uma zingahlalanga phansi zayilungisa leyo 2 Bongani Ntantsi umsebenzi usamphelele njengoba isebenze imayini kubo umshado wama kanjalo kubo uyena obondla izingane zakhona izingane zakwabo khuluma nje ngebhadi njengoba kuyakuthiwa icala limbula ingubo lingena and if ngiyangibona nje futhi nabameli nendlela abayimisele ngayo ekuproveni ukuthi laba bantu abanacala ngathi mangixoxela umndeni uxoxa ngeindaba zeimali uthi ukuthi akusekho lutho sebakhothuza yonke into ababe nayo bekhokhela abameli badula phela laba abameli uyacabanga ukuthi usizi selunga kanani lo yamuzi wakwaNtanzi wakwaMaphisa wakwaSibiya kwaNtuli ingane zabo yiboshiwe and futhi uma ibhadi lokuliqhubeka bengagwetshwa kodwa ke sinethemba lokuthi as icala li-unfolder kukhona okuzokwenzeka ngoba sesibonile beqala beyikhuluma istatement engahlangana ufakazi kukhona ke into eyingozi.
So what has this done now is to create havoc among, and in fact if you are a good investigator that's where you strive, but
exactly
that is if there's something, if there is really something that these people are harboring. When they fight, that's when you can get the truth.
Yes.
But these people fight, but they still stand and say, we did not do it.
And to also find that the sisters of Muzi,
they were beaten.
Where?
The aunties.
There's a pattern of beating that Mthogo was talking about in the court. And now
they were beaten, so like admit that the money that you guys were eating is because that comes from Muzi. It was the money that Muzi was paid for to go and eliminate Senzo Meyiwa. And that still fits to the narrative of the mastermind, which we haven't yet seen. And that's where the story was at the time, I think, was looked at. It was looked at that direction. I would like to say it was, because there is no grounds now to actually say that. For me, this is for me to say that there is still a mastermind, because I mean the case is proceeding. When are we gonna see that mastermind?
And as they were going through Bongani's statements, did they also see transactions of that sort? Because they were able to question the sisters of Sibiya to say where did and how much was this money that they were getting beaten up for?
You know, like it was very interesting to say
the
that
amount.
We saw a bumper here because this person is probably working or not working. We saw a bumper here of maybe 20,000 or 40,000 coming in, which could be linked to so and so. You know, that's a proper investigation.
Like we are currently seeing with the Thabo Bester case.
Yes. How everyone is linked to. Yes.
Yes. That's why some of them were denied bail because of those bumps in their financial bank statements.
Yes.
So to see that none of this was done with, it's making me scared.
Enkantolo abantu abangayazi kukhona into eyingozi enkantolo imvamisa ngiyaye ngithi mangikhuluma ngeprocess yasenkantolo enkantolo umshushisi imantshi mhlambe nommeli ikakhulukazi ummeli kahulumeni labo bantu balithethe icala beze beliqede beze bethatha isinqumo bengalazi iqiniso belithathe phezulu belithethe icala beze bekhipha isinqumo ngalamanga nje asuke echazwe enkantolo ngazi ngami mina enkantolo icala ngangiliphika uaccuse wami wayiliphika icala sasiliphika nje icala okwakukhona enkantolo okwakushiwo ngofakazi nabo beqamba amanga futhi nangathi siqamba amanga thina nathi so lathethwa icala lize liphele lokhu kuqanjwa amanga nje ofakazi baqamba amanga nathi siqamba amanga enkantolo icala lithethwa lize liphele phezulu kwamanga imantshi iziyothatha isinqumo nomshushisi enzizethulo nommeli naye enza izethulo vele nommeli usuke eqamba amanga esebenzisa umthetho ezama ukukhipha iclient yakhe nomshushisi ngale usuke esebenzisa ubufakazi obubekwe phambi kwakhe uqanjwa amanga kuze kuyophela nemathe ifika ithatha isinqumo phezulu kwawo lamanga egwetshe umuntu omunye aphuma akhishwe yiwa manga ugcine icala maye ngekho nje ufakazi wenkantolo noma ufakazi abasuke bengama eyewitnesses agwetshe umuntu ngecala labanga nje iqiniso lize livele mawusungaphakathi lento ekuthiwa iVOD khona uhlelo ekuthiwa iVOD engangalichaza i-victim offender dialogue ukuhlelo olwaluluhle kodwa oludembeselayo uhulumeni la khona isiboshwa sikwazi ukuyoxoxisana nama victims sixolise sichaze iqiniso lonke ukuthi kahle kahle usibani wabulawa yimi kanje lolo hlelo luhle kakhulu but uhulumeni yalidembesela so otherwise enkantolo nje alikho iqiniso suke liphuma ngaphandle makune state witness noma kunomuntu olivumile icala yabo so uma nje ibhadi lezi insizwa eziboshelwe icala likaMeyiwa lingahlala nazo ngoba ibhadi liyahlala kumuntu linamathele kuyena noma ethi uyaphuma ngembobo ibhadi lije ngila zingagcina igwetshiwe inkantolo ingavela ithi nje ngoba nazo isazongena eboxini zichaze inkantolo ingavela ichithe ubufakazi bazo ithi inkantolo hayi laba nako bebephikisene lapha nalapha ya vele isigameko masenzeka ngeke uyinotice zonke izinto nginifind guilty.
So eventually there's that point of you can actually go to jail even if your case is based on lie.
Yes.
Be it you are lying and the rest of everyone is lying, your people who are testifying are lying, you can actually go to jail.
You can still go to jail. It doesn't matter.
Or you can be exonerated. Depending on how your lies sounded.
And what kind of lawyer, I guess, you have
yeah.
who's able to defend your lies, I guess. Allegedly.
It's not alleged. That's what he's saying. It says, we were lying. The people who were based on the experience.
He's saying we were lying. The people that were there were also lying. The people that...
This is pertaining to him getting arrested.
Mm-hmm. Everybody was lying.
Uthola ukuthi mazithi zenze appeal ne-appeal ifike ichithe. Zithi ziyaqhubeka ziye eBloemfontein ifike ichithe eBloemfontein zibuye idonse isigwebo sazo. Uma ibhadi lithene phezukweni. So usizike ulapha emndenini ayisakwazi ngisho ukugibela iyeGoli imndeni iyolalela icala ngenxa yokuthi imali ziphelile. Uma ngempela kungase kuvele iqiniso la ngempela. Angisho ukuthi khona unecala khona ongelala ngoba ngazi, but I'm stating what has been happening since. Uma ngempela ngahle kuvele iqiniso bese kuthola ukuthi lezi insizwa azimbulala ngoSenzo Meyiwa ayikaze ifike ngisho endlini kaSenzo Meyiwa njengoba abanye bespeculate nje besho kanjalo. Uzobona ukuthi impilo yazo isilimele kangakanani kule minyaka nje emibili zisesitokisini uzobona impilo yazo isilimele kangakanani. So masisuke sikhuluma ngosizi nebhadi elihlala nomuntu suke sikhuluma ngalezi zinto ezifana nalezi ingakho uyayungizwe ngikhuluma nangosizi lomuntu ophethe isibha uyazi ukuthi ejele kunezinsizwa ezihlezi zihlalele nje amacala anzima engawenzanga kodwa zakhonjwa nje ngokuthi zineyibhamu. Angithi enkantolo angithi amaphoyisa amayezobopha umuntu endaweni makuthiwa nje kunomuntu odubulekile endaweni amaphoyisa amayifika aqala abuze kubantu ukuthi nisola abantu ubani onesibhamu le ndawo yabona. Ngesimani ke nasho nje ukuthi hayi usibani nje eshonile nje kwaxabana nobani bese abuza unaso nesibhamu lo muntu yebo unaso usenkingeni engazange usenkingeni ke wena ongazange njoba ngikhuluma ngebhadi base likulandele uyaxabana nje nomuntu nihelizisana esitolo ingxabane engatheni nihambe niyolala avela adutshulwe ebusuku lo muntu kanti unezitha ezinkulu kunalokho wena obuxabana nakho ngaye. Mayisedutshulwe amaphoyisa azobuza ukuthi ubani uxabane nalomuntu bese bexoxa abantu ukuthi hayi ubehelizisana nobani esitolo bese ayibuza amaphoyisa ukuthi yena lo muntu abehelizisana naye unaso nesibhamu. Kutholakala ukuthi unaso ngempela isibhamu ukudlile uyathanda uthandi ukudlile ungasiphika isibhamu ungasivuma ungasiphika uthola ukuthi ngempela inkantolo mayisithethe icala ngamanga ngoba vele amanga asuke ekhulunywa lapha esikhathi esiningi bese uvele wena uthi yebo isibhamu naso noma mhlambe anginaso isibhamu mina kodwa ufakazi kubufakazi beitatimende kuvela ukuthi wena unesibhamu futhi uwe owagcina ukuxabana ugwetshwe ngempela so ke icala eliyimbuli ingubo lengene futhi icala liyamlandela umuntu onebhadi lihlale naye kuze kube uyongena egodini nazo lezi zinto eziboshelisa icala kaSenzo Meyiwa nalokho kungenzeka kodwa ke sithemba ukuthi ekugcineni kwakho konke iqiniso lizovela.
Yeah. And I guess Emily that's basically what we wanted to share.
Yeah, so that
you get the story of how these people were arrested from the word go before we even go further with the case. This is a story that I don't think it was told the same way we are being told now. But
and it's very interesting that
it is
the other side. And even when we do talk about the case and it's currently happening and it's on trial, there's a lot of people who still come up in the comments and they're like, y'all are biased.
Like that caller, that was very disturbing for me. Now listening to this, yes, Barry, because he said it was Barry and I don't know if this information aligns with your information. You probably now have to realign and talk to that, because the question is, how then is this story told like that?
And it's so different because even the way he's narrating, the families had to sell every last bit of what they have to be able to pay for these lawyers that are fighting so hard right now. So much so that they can't even travel to court and see what is happening with the trial of their brothers. So
Indeed.
For how he was putting it, that caller, we had a very interesting caller a couple of weeks ago.
We had.
The way he was putting it, it was as if things are okay or things are looking good.
Yes.
And that's not.
This is not what we are getting now.
People who are closer.
Yes.
He's from Kwanongoma. He's closer to the city. In fact,
friends.
He's talked to the family members.
He's friends with some of these people. The brothers of these people. He's too close to the family. As much as Spali now, you might be close. That's very interesting.
Because we were catching smoke for not quite
entertaining it.
We caught smoke from some of our people. They're like, you should have probed more. You should have probed. For me, it's difficult because I've heard more than one person tell the story the way that MC Menzisto has just done.
Yes.
So one person is saying, with regards to one person.
One experience.
Maybe if it was the same experience for all five accused, where life was improving,
yes,
and they are sitting in jail, maybe. But now it's like, maybe you should investigate.
And because perhaps some of the things we don't put them here, we kind of research and we're like, and then we keep quiet.
Yes.
Because we know what comes with such cases.
Yes, we do, unfortunately.
You might think that we don't know whose house is being renovated. Maybe we do, maybe we don't.
We just choose not
choose not to. We just choose what we bring here. Not to push a certain narrative, but also we are not involved in at that level.
So it was very interesting. That's why I thought, Mr. Anonymous, we talked to MC Menzisto, Transformation Live TV, and get permission to use this because...
Again, I would like to give MC Menzisto a shout out. Go check him out. The channel is Transformation Live. And then I think on Facebook, what is it?
I think it's also Transformation Live
Yes,
TV on
so
Facebook.
it's also on Facebook.
And
Very good
he's MC
storyteller.
Menzisto.
Very good storyteller. Down to earth is a writer also. I told me he was a
writes
writer.
stories.
Yes, he's a very good storyteller. So if you can understand Zulu, please go check him out. And Emily,
It was good hearing this because that's all we've been hearing all along. So it changing now to something else, I'm like, where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Where's the pictures? I cannot just dismantle what everyone has said, including the families themselves. I mean, there was a time where the families did an interview, and it's the similar story that MC Menzisto is narrating over here. So I'm like, what do I believe? So guys, hopefully you get a clearer picture of what's happening behind the scenes. We are obviously not there. That is why we have to reference people who are closer to the situation, because we are not. And I hope that you enjoy this video and you deliberate for yourself. You know, you deliberate for yourself. We're not telling you what to think. You make up your own mind and your own opinion. And please share the video, like the video, leave a comment down below, and go to Transformation Live TV and check it out.
yeah, thank you very much, guys. And thank you from MC Menzisto again. Thank you very much, my brother.
Until the next one, guys, tell us what you think in the comment section, and bye.